In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He placed the first man and woman, Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden, a paradise filled with every good thing. They were free to eat from any tree except one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But one day the serpent, the craftiest of all creatures, approached Eve. Serpent, sly and cunning. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"? Eve, innocent and thoughtful. We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, "You must not eat fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die." Serpent, deceptive and persuasive. You will not certainly die, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Eve looked at the fruit. It was pleasing to the eye, and she desired the wisdom it promised. She took some and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. Eve picks the fruit, eats it, and hands it to Adam. Adam hesitates, but then eats it. Adam and Eve suddenly feel shame and cover themselves with fig leaves. They hear the sound of God walking in the garden and hide among the trees. At that moment, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. When they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden, they hid among the trees. God, calling out, gentle but firm, "Where are you, Adam?" Nervous and ashamed. "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God, sternly, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam, defensive, pointing at Eve. "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." God, turning to Eve, "What is this you have done?" Eve, regretful, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." Then the Lord God said to the serpent, God, angrily, "Because you have done this, you are cursed above all livestock and wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life, and I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman he said, God, and sorrowfully, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, God, firmly, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. The ground is cursed because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground. For dust you are, and to dust you will return. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and Eve and clothed them. Then he said, God, with finality, "The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever."
So the Lord God banished them from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which they had been taken. He placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life, back at the garden as the lights dim. And so, sin entered the world through the disobedience of Adam and Eve. But even in this moment of judgment, God showed mercy. He clothed them, and he promised a future Redeemer who would crush the serpent's head. The story of the fall reminds us of the consequences of sin, but also of God's grace and the hope of redemption.